In a development sending shockwaves through global football, FIFA has officially confirmed plans to review and overhaul key disciplinary protocols in direct response to the explosive Benfica racism suspension saga. The case, which erupted during a UEFA Champions League knockout playoff clash, has not only rocked European football, but is now forcing the world governing body to act, introducing what many are already calling the Vinicius Jr. law.
Okay, let's return to that breaking news that we brought you right at the end of last hour, and Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani will not play against Real Madrid in the second leg of tonight's Champions.
Some breaking news is surprising, some breaking news is not surprising. This is really not surprising. Most people in football couldn't quite understand why Benfica were even trying to appeal this UEFA decision. The background to this, there was an allegation made against Gianluca Prestiani, the Benfica winger, that he had racially abused Vinicius Jr.
And Mbappe later confirming he heard the slur. Prestiani has vehemently denied using a racist term, admitting only to an anti-gay slur while insisting the claims are false. The twist that made the incident impossible to ignore? Prestiani covered his mouth with his shirt while speaking, a move Vinicius publicly slammed as the act of a coward. Racists are above all cowards. They need to put their shirts in their mouths to demonstrate how weak they are, the Real Madrid star posted on Instagram. UEFA moved swiftly. On 23 February, the Control, Ethics, and Disciplinary Body provisionally suspended Prestiani for one match, ruling him out of the second leg in Madrid, citing prima facie evidence of discriminatory behavior under Article 14 of the UEFA disciplinary regulations. The suspension was issued pending a full investigation that could yet result in a ban of up to 10 games. Benfica appealed the decision, but the appeal was rejected days later, confirming Prestiani would miss the decisive tie. The Portuguese giants stood by their player, issuing a statement regretting the absence of Prestiani while the process is still under investigation and reaffirming their unwavering commitment to combating all forms of racism. In a separate move that drew praise, Benfica suspended 5 of its own fans for racist behavior in the stands during the same match, canceling their memberships and launching internal disciplinary proceedings. But the story didn't end with UEFA. The incident has now escalated onto the global stage, and FIFA has stepped in decisively. At the 140th Annual General Meeting of the International Football Association Board, FIFA and its rulemaking partners confirmed they are fast-tracking new measures specifically designed to prevent players from hiding their mouths on-pitch confrontations. FIFA President Gianni Infantino didn't mince his words in a Sky News interview. If a player covers his mouth and says something, and this has a racist consequence, then he has to be sent off, obviously. There must be a presumption that he has said something he shouldn't have said, otherwise he wouldn't have had to cover his mouth. The proposed rule change, already being dubbed the Vinicius Jr. law, will ban players from covering their mouths with shirts, hands, or any object when addressing opponents. The measure is expected to be finalized and introduced in time for the 2026 World Cup. English FA CEO and IBAB board member Mark Bullingham explained the urgency. You can see when a player is talking to an opponent, there are very few circumstances where they should need to cover their mouth. The timing could not be more significant. Vinicius Jr. has been one of football's most vocal campaigners against racism, suffering repeated abuse across La Liga. This latest episode, involving a high-profile Champions League tie and a young international star, has clearly been the final catalyst FIFA needed. Football insiders say the Benfica suspension reports have exposed a glaring loophole. Players can make discriminatory remarks and hide the evidence. By confirming this review and fast-tracking the new law, FIFA is sending a powerful message. Racism will no longer be hidden behind fabric or silence. The full UEFA investigation into Prestiani continues, and the 20-year-old could still face a lengthy ban. Meanwhile, Benfica's Champions League campaign was dealt a blow without their young forward, though the bigger story is the lasting legacy this saga may leave on the entire sport. World football is watching closely. What started as one alleged insult in Lisbon has become a turning point. With FIFA now officially reviewing and reforming the rules, the Benfica suspension reports may prove to be the moment the beautiful game finally drew a firmer line against racism on and off the pitch. The coming weeks will reveal the full punishment for the Benfica player and whether the new FIFA measures survive final approval. One thing is certain. After years of talk, global football's governing bodies are finally turning words into action. And it took the Benfica case to make it happen.